Bonjour, c'est moi, ton préféré Teletubby Renee, and today I'm going to be talking about the time that I left red ants in my Lyft driver's car.
You what?
Yeah, you heard that right, red ants.
I am
Now, before you go
disgusted.
making assumptions prematurely, let this be known that I don't carry around red ants or insects or any type of bugs with me. So, I didn't do it on purpose. It happened
Are you
by
sure?
accident, I promise. Now, you might be wondering, how did that even happen? Well, guess what? So I went to go visit a friend's house before I went to work, and said friend had a pile of red ants outside of their house. Now, of course, I did not see it. I was wearing boots, and I had what are they called? Those smaller than ankle socks. I don't remember the name of it, but yeah, I had those on and some boots. And I stepped in the pile of red ants.
He needs some milk!
The was about maybe 2 minutes away, and I only had a water bottle with me, so I used my water bottle, almost half of it by the way, and it was a really small one. I think it was Ozarka, and I poured most of it out. Cool. But when the Lyft driver gets here, she has no idea that there are red ants inside of my boots. So of course I get in, sitting in the backseat of her car, trying my hardest to knock all of the red ants out of my shoes as she's just driving, and she has no idea. So I get most of them out, and they're just on her floor crawling. They probably bit her ankles.
Oh my God!
That sounds so horrible, but as she's driving, I'm constantly smacking the red ants out of my shoes, and then they even got into one of my socks. I was lucky enough to not get them in my right sock, but they got into my left sock, so I had to take it off. So I'm in the backseat of her car, no socks, well, no shoes on, one sock on, and red ants are practically over the entirety of her backseat. Now, you might be wondering, why would you do that?
Oh my God!
Next. Well, to answer your question, I sat there and I constantly swatted at the red ants as she proceeded to drive. I did not tell her that there were red ants on her floorboards because we might have crashed. But yeah, she continued to drive. I continued to panic and try my hardest to evade the red ants, to which I did until we made it to my destination. So I asked to be dropped off at the bus stop, and I ran out of her car, shoes in one hand, one sock on, made it to the bus stop. I sat down. There was a jacket already there, and of course there was at least one person at the bus stop just looking at me like, what are you doing? So I'm there, I'm texting my group chat because I was once a cheerleader and we had a group chat. So I'm texting is anybody on campus right now? And one person answered. They were like, yeah, I'm on campus, but I'm not on the main campus, I'm in a dorm. So
Loser!
I
You're a
asked
loser!
if anybody have a bottle of water because I literally had no other shoes to change into. I was shoeless, I was practically sockless, and I was sitting on a bus stop with nothing else there and no real way to get away from the red ants because they had followed me outside of the car. There was more inside of that I was holding. So as you can already imagine, I was panicked. I was literally stuck there and no one else answered. So the one person that did answer, she didn't even say anything after I told them what happened, and I was stuck at the bus stop with no shoes, no anything. And
Loser!
yeah, so that happened.
Okay.
It sucked.
Enough.
Also, I was calling my friends frantically. I called my friend Kevin, but he was driving, so he literally couldn't help me. And then I called the same friend whose house that I came from.
You gotta be
He
kidding
back,
me.
And he brought me a pair of his shoes to put on. So imagine me just wearing some really big Jordans, because I don't wear Jordans, and they were his shoes, so they were of course oversized. I had informed my boss that I would not be coming in because there were ants at the bus stop, and you know what he said? Oh, do you need me to do anything?
Really, nigga?
Well, gee, I mean, you're already there, clocked in, already doing work and whatever, and your response is, can I do anything? Well, gee, I mean, you could have offered, I don't know.
Shut up.
Water? I don't know. I mean, what can you do when there are literally red ants inside of someone's shoes and socks and they have nothing else with them? Like, what are you gonna do? Bring a mat? I don't know, bring a pair of shoes? Anyway, gotta go. Love you. Bye.
All the rich niggas want her.